It's Madden NFL 23, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers, just ahead on EA Sports.
The Panther kicker Zane Gonzalez has us ready to go, and we are underway here from Bank of America Stadium. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Bringing this crew out, it's someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, Brissett. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and it's a fumble. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They go play action with Brissett. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Let's go, boy. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. They can't beat us straight up.
Chubb again, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. We're in the process of that kick return. It appears we had an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. He gets it to Thomas. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Brissett's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
Here's Brissett. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The York on now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 2nd and 15 now, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. But the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Brissett now. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Do your thing. Stay loose. Let's go. Let's go.
Brissett to throw on 1st. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's now 2nd and 6. 43
Let's go. Play a little aggressive, baby.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Brissett. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 1st down, Brissett. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harrison Bryant, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Mayfield, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mayfield with it once more. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. And Thomas has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mayfield. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Jeremy Chin there defensively. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.